over the last year or so, I found myself getting into a bit of a trap of wanting to outline everything with a bold outline. Everything I do, it's become like a signature style. And yeah, I'm just sort of going around everything with bold outline. And then I was starting to do that with this painting here. And I think I'm going to stop doing that now, because it works for some things, but I don't want to continually be beholden to that forever, because it's going to stop me in my development of going further with things. So with this one, as you can see, there's a face that's starting to come out. I don't know, a woman in nature, a woman in the hills, or I don't know, she's outside somewhere. But I'm trying to, I love shapes, so I'm trying not to make it into a thing. Like now, because a woman has appeared, it's like I'm concentrating on trying to make this woman out in nature. And I'm trying to be more abstract. I don't want to be literal. And I think what I'm going to do is, although she probably will have a face, to be honest, but rather than go, as I've started doing, going around everything, like outlining everything, I think sometimes I might not have an outline. I'll just put a shape next to a shape, and I'll concentrate on each individual shape rather than seeing it as a whole for now, and see if anything comes of that. I've been using a limited colour palette for the last few weeks. I've been using Ultramarine Blue, Viridian Green Hue, Titanium White, Yellow Ochre and Burnt Sienna. These are the colours I've used when I did this reproduced a Gauguin style painting, and that's the only colours I used in it. So I thought, well, I'll stick with those colours and see how many variations I can come up with. And I like it, but it's a very soft, muted palette when you mix the colours together, or like in this case, where I've layered the paint upon layers of paint. And I like it. I like some of the effects, like this dusky pink against this white, blue and grey background. And then that's the ultramarine blue. That's a bit too strong, I think, there. And here's some other examples. You can see. So I do like some of the effects that can be achieved. And these paintings aren't finished. I can still keep adding more and more layers. It's just good to see how the colours look next to each other. The relationships between the shape and the colour. So what I'm thinking is, I've enjoyed working with the limitations of the limited palette, but for me it lacks something. Yeah, it's very cohesive, just using the same few colours and making mixes up from those same few colours. But I think it needs something extra. So I've got these Holbein acrylic colours, heavy body, and I'll probably choose one of these to use in conjunction with the limited palette that I've got, and see how that goes. I've gone back in and added some additional colours with these Holbein paints, and I wanted to use a red, so there's this Luminous Red, but over the colour that I've already got down, it doesn't actually come out very red. It comes out more of a bright pink tone. But I like it. I think it's it adds something, doesn't it? It gives it more vibrancy, brings the painting alive. And then, oh, it's not finished yet. I'll just keep going over and over it until I'm satisfied with what I've got there. But it's going the right way. Also, what I did is I mixed some of this paint with titanium white to make it a little bit more opaque, because it is a transparent paint. And yeah, I like it. What do you think? That's an interesting bit, isn't it? I like this bit in here. And what else? I like that pink against this background here. And yeah, there's a lot of pieces I like in that. So after that, this one, I used orange, luminous orange, and I quite like the effect of that one as well. I did go back over with this brown, but this won't stay as it is. I'll go over with more layers of colour, and then I'll come back in with the orange again. I like it. I like it when it goes over the lighter areas, like that white bit there. And then it's still transparent next to it. You can achieve some really interesting effects with it. So that was the orange. And I don't think, no, I didn't mix it with white at all. I just used the orange as a transparent colour. And then last but not least is the luminous yellow. And I really like this one. I'm a big fan of yellow. And here is what the yellow looks like over a kind of warm grey tone. And here it's quite saturated. I think I put a couple of layers on there. Up here is where I went over with the luminous yellow, and there was white underneath. So it's a lot lighter there, with a very interesting texture as well. So that's what it is when you put an additional colour with a limited palette. You can get some very interesting effects.